Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Dave's Top 3,000 Songs of the Rock Era. Today I'm up to song number 2160, and that one is Tighten Up by Archie Bell and the Drells. This came out in 1968. Here's a picture of the single, and was also released on their 1968 album of the same title, Tighten Up. And here's a picture of Archie Bell and the Drells around the time they recorded it. I'll get into them in a minute. First, I want to feature a sample of the song Tighten Up and React. So here it goes.
Hi, everybody. I'm Archie Bell of the Drells of Houston, Texas. We don't only sing, but we dance just as good as we want. In Houston, we just started a new dance called the Tighten Up. This is the music we tighten up with. First, tighten up on the drum. Come on now, drummer. I want you to tighten it up for me now. Oh, yeah. Tighten up on that bass now. Tighten it up. Yeah. Now let that guitar fall in. Oh, yeah. Tighten up on the organ now. Yeah, you do the tighten up. Yeah, now. I said if you can do it now, you sure will be tough.
Okay, that's a minute or so of Tighten Up by Archie Bell and the Drells. I'm not really that crazy about this song. I don't know why. I mean, there's not much of a melody to it. They're just kind of introducing the band. They say who they are. Archie Bell and the Drells. They're from Houston, Texas, and this was their first hit. So I don't think too many people knew who they were yet, even though this song went all the way to number one. I never could really figure out why it did. There were a lot of really great songs from 1968. There were only 15 number one songs that year. And I've already featured one of them on my list. I featured Love is Blue by Paul Moriat at number 26, 22. It was probably an oversight. I probably should have put that one higher, at least higher than this one. I don't know. I mean, I understand, it was an early funk song, and I guess funk music was starting to become popular around this time. There was one of the first funk bands. The song kind of reminds me of Dance to the Music by Sly and the Family Stone, which is coming up, by the way. I think that's a better song. And they kind of introduce the band members and the instruments they're playing. Other than that, there's not really much of a melody to it. And, I mean, I had a case of monogreen with this song. I thought they were singing, We Don't Hardly Sing, but we dance just as good as they walk. And it didn't sound like they hardly sing, so I thought that was kind of appropriate, but they're singing, We Don't Only Sing. And I don't know. I mean, I might get a lot of criticism from my negative critique of this song. I wasn't that crazy about it. Why? But yeah, I guess that's pretty much everything I have to say about this song, Tighten Up. Now I guess I'll talk about the band Archie Bell and the Drells. As they said, right at the beginning of the record, they were from Houston, Texas. They were together from 1966 to 1980. Their members included, I guess four of them are shown here, but they actually had, I think, seven members, but their maximum. They had Archie Bell, he was the leader. And then I guess the Drells included Lee Bell, I'm not sure if that was his brother. And then Joe Cross, Willie Parnell, James Wise, Lucius Larkins, and Billy Butler. That was Archie Bell and the Drells. And now I'm just going to go through their hits. So they didn't really have all that many. But the first hit is the one I featured today, and Tighten Up, which went all the way to number one. They followed that up with I Can't Stop Dancing, which went to number nine. That's the only other song I know of theirs, by the way. And I think I like that one better than this one. It was probably an oversight. I didn't put that one on my list. But anyway, they followed that with Do the Choo Choo, which went to number 44. And there's going to be a showdown, which went to number 21. And then in 1969, they had I Love My Baby, which went to number 94. Girl, You're Too Young, which went to 59. My Balloon's Going Up, which went to number 87. And A World Without Music, which went to number 90. And then in 1970, they had a song called Wrap It Up, which went to 93. And finally, in 1973, they had Dancing to Your Music, which went to number 61. So those were the hits for Archie Bell and Drells. A relatively unknown band, but they did have a number one song. It was number one pop and number one R&B, but only number one pop and number one R&B hit. Anyway, I guess that pretty much said everything I have to say about this song "Tighten Up" by Archie Bell and the Drells. So thank you for watching. You guys rock, and I'll see you next time. Bye.